I'm still making my way through the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, and I'm back over here in the barn find section. For some reason, I always keep coming back to this section. There's so much cool stuff in here. And I started talking with my friend here, Rodney, and he brought this Superbird here. So tell me about your bird, man.
1970 Plymouth Superbird, barn find, Lily, out of Texas. Been sitting there since 1977 in the barn.
Okay.
And it's a full 46-pack, 4-speed Dana car, bench seat. What you're seeing here is completely untouched, as in it's not been rebuilt, restored. Nothing cleaned up. We changed out fuel lines and hoses, polished the points on it, and put new plugs in it and cranked it up.
Wow. So pretty rare to be a bench seat car for a Superbird, yeah, or no?
Not that rare.
Okay.
They had quite a few bench seat cars. That's just something they did. These cars were assembled, and I don't know the exact dates, but it's like October 23rd through December 12th. They built 1,920 cars.
Okay.
Because they had to have them all sold to the dealers by December 31st to qualify for Daytona.
Gotcha.
So they were thrown together. There's a few out there with power windows. Some of them have all kinds of extra stuff. No air on them or anything like that. But this one's...
I guess I never really realized that, yeah.
Now this one's kind of rare because it's not been restored. It's been dug out of a barn.
I mean, did you even wipe it off really when you?
If you look at the left valve cover and the air cleaner, I use Varsol to clean the Z-Bard off. This car was Z-Barded like crazy. The right valve cover still has all the Z-Bard on it.
Okay.
So, and all the dirt you see there.
Yeah,
and
wow.
For some reason, the guy had put flex hoses on it clear back in '74, but everything else on the entire car is absolutely original. Clear down to the manifold has a stovepipe on it for the full 44 barrel car that they didn't use on this, but coming down the assembly line, they just grab them and if it fit, and there's a few Superbirds out there that have that, which is it's rare to even have it, much less be on a 6-pack car, because it doesn't belong on a 6-pack car.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did you have to do anything to the brakes or any?
Rebuilt the master cylinder.
Okay.
The rear brakes, I put new hose on it, new hoses on the front brakes. The calipers are stuck.
Okay.
So I had it set from a 70 CUDA, so my original calipers are at the house, fixed to go out and get restored. Okay. And then I'll flip them back over. 70 E-bodies and B-bodies, all the front suspension's the same, so you can swap it out.
Because this thing runs and drives.
It runs and drives. Needs head gaskets. Needs a heater core.
Okay.
Glen Ray already did the radiator for it, and that's when I was able to put water in, but as soon as we fired up, it was blowing out the top. And these had steel shim head gaskets, so either the head gasket problem's why I got parked, or they rusted out from sitting all these years. Gotcha. One of the two.
Gotcha. So you found it in Texas?
In Texas.
Because you're from Texas, right?
I'm from Texas. Okay. North of Dallas. Okay. And the guy that had it was in Whitesboro. It's a little small town about 40 miles north. Okay. And he literally bought it in '74 from the guy and never drove it. Shipped it down, put it in the barn, and that's where this poor thing sat all its life. It's sitting on the original tires that the guy put on in 1970.
Okay, so you're telling me that, I start thinking, how many miles are on it?
26,062.
No kidding.
63 now because I put 1 mile on it a week ago on Saturday for its first driving since '74.
Wow. Do you plan to drive it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I don't park anything.
Yeah, let's try and make our way. Can you get around this way?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I won't drive it cross country or anything like I would with something else I've got, but I'm still going to drive it. It'll have more miles on it because there's no reason to not enjoy it, and that's what they're for.
I agree, man.
The interior you're looking at is absolutely untouched other than I cleaned it up. Wow. Carpets, dash, gauges.
Yeah, 1970 because of that. Yeah.
Every single light bulb on it works. The radio plays fine.
Okay.
So it has original owner's manual in the glove box with the signature on it when the guy took delivery of it.
Wow. Yeah, and then somebody added a tack at some point.
The original owner added the tack and put the big fat L60s on it.
Okay, because that's what you did back then.
That's what you did back then. First thing you did is you ordered it with the cheapest tire wheel you could get, and you put mag wheels and fat tires on them.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know, because I'm definitely a big fan of steel wheels and dog dishes and things like that. And
well, I actually misread the build sheet on it and thought it was 14, so I went out and found a set of OE date code correct steel wheels for it. Put
Okay.
some F7014s on them and
Okay.
poverty caps, and it looks better with that than it does this or the rallies. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to put it back as close. It doesn't even have, this car doesn't even have the dual chrome extension pipes on it.
Oh,
They're
wow.
turn downs.
Okay.
But yet it has the dual remote mirrors.
Yeah. Definitely a problem spot for Mopars, right?
Yeah.
Very, very common there.
And most of this is strictly from sitting in the barn with dust piled up on it. And the moisture in North Texas, people think we're not on the coast, but we get that kind of moisture.
I'll be
And it
damned,
just
yeah.
sweated and got that.
Wow. I mean, look at that, man.
But you can look at the deck lid. That's original paint.
Yeah.
It does have hail damage because he left it set outside and got some of that hard water stuff we have in Texas.
I mean, it was literally in a barn and people were walking by it and things.
No,
were...
no one walked by it. It was stuffed in a hole.
No
There was
kidding.
a car on one side and horse trailers on the other, motors and other cars in front.
Wow.
Took us 8 hours to pull it out of the barn.
26,000 miles.
Everything you see here is the pieces, the brake lines we took off. This is the carburetor kits. I mean, where we took the paper. The carburetors look brand new inside, but all the stuff is gone.
All the gaskets and stuff probably trashed.
The hoses actually have the original clamp still on them. This is every fuel line that came off
Those
the
are
car.
interesting, yeah.
And
okay.
they were mechanically pinched on there at the factory.
Yeah.
So when you took them off, you just put either a spring clamp or a screw clamp back on it.
Wow.
And I've got to figure out how to. There's a way you can redo those, but it's that, even the fuel pump, and a very strange thing. One, it does have the front license plate bracket, which most of them don't have.
Okay.
No one ever used.
Yeah, I see it.
And then there's a grill bezel with a factory part number on it, and a left and right turn signal bezels, both with factory part numbers on it. The guy bought for some reason and put in 1970.
Okay.
Original fan belt, Dave Wise verified. They are the original date code fan belts that came on it in 1970.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure Dave would be all over this car, right? I mean, checking things out.
He spent about an hour going over stuff, and
Yeah.
he found a fitting on the fuel pump
Okay.
that's he's never seen before, and it's the original pump off of it. So he documented all
fitting,
that.
this guy here, or-
That one right there. It was different, but he's heard of it, but never seen it on a 70 Bird.
Yeah. Right.
Original tire, original spare in the trunk, both
You
jacks.
got the jack, yep.
All that stuff's on it.
Yeah, covers on the tail lights and things like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
the covers are still there. My other Bird does not have any of that stuff.
This tire has seen some better days.
That's where
right?
it's set. Their tires have only about 20 pounds of pressure, and they've got about 40 ounces of green slime to keep them from leaking back down for the show.
Okay.
But you won't drive them on it.
Oh, I see the Aero Warriors too. So you had this car down there and did the whole Aero Warriors thing? or-
The second owner helped me trailer it, my other car down there, so we took both Birds down, but I let him hang out with this one.
Okay. And you said you have a blue one as well?
Yes, B5 blue,
Okay.
Fire Mist metallic, with full 46 pack 4-speed, and it's a 35,000 original mile car, and I'm the fifth owner of it.
Wow.
Third owner on this one.
So what's the box?
The box over there was something they did back then. Funny part is it was sold out of Dallas, Texas, manufactured.
Yeah.
But it's a methanol injection system that goes in there, and it's triggered off your ignition, comes in off your a PCV valve line, and there's a tank right up under here where it goes in there, and it's supposed to give you 12% better fuel mileage. We know how all that stuff works, but the guy had it,
Yeah.
and everybody thinks it's cool to leave it, you know, the sticker and everything. So that's part of the, the car.
I believe I've seen the canister before, but I had never really paid much attention to the box, and I didn't even know that existed.
They have complete and
Okay, so I see Galen's kind of gone through the car too.
Galen's gone through the car. We're going to do a Dave Wise inspection on it eventually, but we even have the paperwork on it. Here's a very unique piece. This is the motor tag coming down the assembly line that told him to stick it in his car.
Okay.
And most of those are gone within a day or two or taken off a PDI. So that was still on the thermostat housing when I got the car.
Wow.
This is all the instructions and details on the methanol injection system on it.
Look at that.
That was in the car.
Didn't even know that existed.
I didn't either. Original warranty card. Took delivery on April 10.
Okay.
Both build sheets.
That's cool. Yeah, it's cool
And
to have that.
the coup de grace, the original title.
Wow.
Where the sign-off dates where the guy bought it, Chrysler put it in his name, and then he paid it off in August, which was rare back then to pay off that quick. This was a high dollar car. And then when he signed it off to the second owner that I got it from on the back.
So I mean, what would these would have gone for? Maybe $5,000 or something, or what would the price tag have been?
New. My other one has a sticker of $47.60, and
Okay.
best we can figure on doing some
Sure.
internet surfing and stuff.
Roughly, right.
This one's around 46 because it doesn't have the bucket seats, it doesn't have the TikTok tack, it doesn't have some of the other, doesn't have the big 15-inch wheels and a few things like that. It's a fairly base model car other than the mirrors. Doesn't have the chrome tips and things, so
mirror
that
on
kind of
both
brings
sides.
it down.
And then
So.
this sticker too, this Mark II
That's
vapor
part of that
injector.
system. So
I don't recall ever seeing. I mean, I haven't been around a ton of Superbirds, but a few, being in the Detroit area.
It's not a factory; it's a complete aftermarket thing, along with the wheels and tires.
Gotcha. Okay.
The guy, the original owner, literally told me the only thing that's been off this car is the carburetors, and he did it by taking the jets down from 64 to 62s.
Okay.
And other than that, this car has never been apart.
Trying to get a little fuel economy out of it, or I mean,
Exactly.
like, you know.
And we all think that's crazy because we're paying $3 to $5 a gallon for fuel these days.
Yeah.
They were paying 32 cents and trying to get better fuel mileage.
But that was a lot.
But you got to be relative that, you know, some people made $2.10 an hour back then.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
made $800 a month, you were high cotton back then.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So
Yeah. Big time.
it's all relative. People say the cars have gotten way overpriced, but if you look at what we pay for cars today, I mean,
or what you're getting paid today,
Yeah.
right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's all gone up together.
yeah, the average car out there, I think, is up to $50,000 for the average car, and the average truck we sell to the dealership now are $90,000 to $100,000.
Yeah, I was
You know?
I was shocked when mine was like in the 70 range. I'm like, oh my God, how is this even
Yeah.
possible? How can I even afford that? You
I'm
know?
gonna pay $1,000 a month for a car. You didn't make $1,000 a month
unheard
back
of,
then.
right?
So
Wow. So lights work, everything.
everything, there's not a single light bulb been replaced.
Yeah, wow.
Everything works on it. The headlights go up and down. The diaphragms are good. The
That's
radio plays. All the backup tail lights. Everything.
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
literally
I
nothing
mean,
doesn't work.
Obviously, when they sit, things happen.
Right.
And the car's 54 years old, right?
Right. Gonna be 55 in about a week and a half.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah.
Wow.
These were all built in '69, so they're all turning 55 this month.
Yeah. So I guess when they say like late production year, you would be kind of early in the next year, right?
Yes.
That would be what that would be called.
Well, in this case, they had to have them delivered to the dealers by December 31st. So
Yeah, you
all
gotta be
the
ready to
70
rock,
Superbirds were
right?
done. They didn't
Yeah.
build any in 70
Okay. Okay.
because they
I
had
did
to
not know
be
that.
gone into the dealership
guess-
showroom.
Yeah, I guess lower production numbers, not your typical car, I guess,
it's
satellite or something.
like Daytona next to us,
Yeah.
Charger.
Yeah.
They
That's
Chrysler built
interesting.
500 of them, but they build them all year long. So you could order them with power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, all kinds of sunroof, all that
Okay.
stuff. They built and then NASCAR changed the rating on the cars and bumped it up to 1900
Gotcha.
to keep the dealers from doing it. But Plymouth wanted Richard Petty back, so he went to Ford in '69.
Okay.
So they jumped up and changed over, and they built all these. They all have vinyl tops because when they put the plug in the back,
Yeah.
they didn't have time to do all the body work it took
Sure.
to smooth this out. In fact, you look at this one, you can just see a little bit of where the plug goes.
Yeah.
If you look at the Daytona next to us, it's smooth as glass because
Oh yeah.
they leaded those all in and worked them all in. It's all super slick, and they're all non-vinyl top cars.
Huh. I'll be damned.
If you see a Superbird with a
Yeah.
no vinyl top, it's not original or they took it off.
Okay.
One of the two.
Good to know. Good to know.
They didn't even try to clean up back here where your package tray went. The original
Yeah.
spot is there for the original back window.
Okay.
And then they slid this package tray in, and it just kind of curves over. You can see it right across here because the original one stopped about right here.
Okay.
And it just curves and sticks in there.
Get it done. Make it happen, right?
Yeah.
Produce them. Wow. This is, boy, time capsule for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a wealth of knowledge for somebody that, Dave Wise and those guys, they need to look this car over for sure, historically.
Right.
Just, wow.
All the different markings. So
It's cool that it runs.
yeah. Oh, it'll be driving. It should be at the Texas Motor Speedway Good Guys in April. Running
Good deal,
and driving.
man.
We've
Good
actually,
deal.
I've got about 5 of my buddies we've talked to, and we're trying to get about 7 or 8 of us there.
Oh, that's going to be a
That are in
blast.
Texas. So
That'll be a blast. Wow.
we'll have my 2, a Hemi car out of
Good deal.
Abilene, Texas, another Hemi car out of Houston, and he's also got a Hemi Daytona.
Gee, wow.
And another guy has just a full 40 white car like this one, all restored.
Yeah.
And they're all running driving vehicles.
That is so cool, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck with, you know, doing all the work on it, getting it back up there and making it to that show.
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that you're going to drive it too, so
Yeah.
that makes me feel happy about that.
Yeah.
But I really do appreciate you talking about the car
Right?
and spending some time with me.
Sure.
So thanks, man. Really do appreciate it. Thank you
Good
very
deal.
much.
Thank
All
you.
right. And we're seeing all kinds of crazy, cool, awesome stuff here. Please hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time. Awesome, man.
And the original
So neat.
owner's manual is in there in the original plastic that they delivered them in.
Okay.
Got the envelope,
Gotcha.
got phone numbers on there, original signature by the customer on it.
Gotcha.
You don't find those like that too. You can find reproductions or you can find
Yeah,
originals.
but this is the one that actually came with the car.
Yeah.
And I see the markings on the glove box there.
Screws
and
are in
so,
there.
like underneath, right, it has all the markings on the
Everything
rear
underneath.
axle and everything, and it's everything, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Undercoated and everything?
Yes, it was Z-barded.
Z-Bard, yeah.
I mean,
Still around, man.
And it's on there thick too. But
Huh?
I've got the original Z-Bart sticker and the
Yeah.
original AAA Pennsylvania Motor Club sticker on the bumper.
Okay.
So,
You gotta have that protective coating.
yeah.
I mean, Z-Bar must be, that must be working because they're still around.
They're still around. Yeah, you can see where they shot the
that,
doors.
markings right there,
Got
too.
the markings are there.
Look at that. And how's this thing close? Pretty good?
All solid.
Man, look at that. Love that sound. All right, wow. Yes, very, very nice car. Yeah, it's got a few things here and there, but it's a 54-year-old car, 26,000 original miles, and you drove it in here, and you're gonna drive it out.
Don't drive it out.
That's cool. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.